This couple in their 70s experienced young people in 1963 and love at first sight. Months later, the groom suggested that the bride came to Australia and wanted it, but her family rejected it. After the first meeting, 60, they revived their romanticism and finally got married. In the 60s, to marry in your youth was not as much as it was today. However, some parents did not allow it to happen. Wives married young years because they were not allowed work or have access to resources that will make their lives better. He settled in marriage find life. He prevented him from marrying parents when his parents were young, but 60 years later he revived romance with the same man and finally tied the knot. Though after winning the wedding contest, Cerebral Palsy in Krispy Kreme is double with Wednesday 78-year-old Jeanette Steer. In 1963, England's Wight Island.While he was training as a nurse at Mary's Hospital, he now met his husband Len Albrighton. A few months later, Len asked Jeanette's hand in marriage. Jeanette's parents not only stopped marriage, but also prevented Len from moving to Australia. Watched together after 20 years, the couple finally tied the knot on Valentine's Day. Len moved to Australia, which he plans to buy land, build a house for them before getting married, and he would follow when everything was ready in the Jeanette. Hayat continued. The couple married other people. 52 years later, divorced and began to journey to search for his long-standing love. I went to off the chance. It was not an easy place to find, but I did, said Len. Wight said he returned to Wight Island. 60 days after the wedding anniversary, couples die in a few hours after each other. I just hoped it was good. I didn't expect anything else. I was very surprised by the outcome of my trip there and very happy. Len called and found Jeanette's address in a directory and found it.Jeanette for him, until he said who he was at first did not recognize him. Unfortunately, he was still married to his husband who was still in the cancer after 2 years. WatchMarried Percentage Years 300 couples 50. A meeting to celebrate their wedding anniversary. Jeanette sent him a Christmas card with contact information a year before his husband, so he contacted him after passed. He once again invited Jeanette to act with him, this time and last year for the second time in the marriage. Wanted his hand. Now tied the knot. Jeanette, I'm glad you looked at me. Then I thought of him a lot. We fell in love again.